Hi everyone, mr.nightfury here. Well, look at that, another box from Sideshow. As you saw on the thumbnail, yes, it's the Nightfury this time, but let's do an unboxing first. The cardboard box is noticeably smaller and lighter, no pun intended, but oh well. On the outer box, there's nothing particularly interesting. It's the same design as usual from them, so let's just open it. The real deal is always starts with the inner box anyway, so let's see what that looks like. The art style of the inner box is the same as with the previous Toothless one, and yes, the overall design is very similar but also different in some ways. On the front, you can see how the statue will look like, with a very clean and stylized art style. On the top, you can read in huge letters, Nightfury. On the sides, you can see coral-like formations referring to the hidden world. On the back, there's the Nightfury from behind, along with 4 Nightfuries flying in the background. Now, let's take a look what we got in the box, shall we? There are 2 hinges securing its contents, which can be opened quite easily. There are 2 styrofoam boxes inside. There's a security label on them, with some notifications and contact info if there's a problem with the package. Fortunately, there's none yet, and I hope it stays that way. I looked it up, but I didn't find any manual on their website, so it will be quite easy to assemble. After cutting open the tape on the sides and the label, we can finally see the statue itself. The Nightfury comes as a whole piece with a plastic wrapping around her. She is also tightly secured in a very well designed styrofoam box. The cuttings in the container are very nicely follows her shape, and that is telling very much the passion and care Sideshow put into these gorgeous collectibles. But let's see what the other box contains. If you saw my previous video about Toothless, it won't be a surprise that this will be the crystal stone where she will stand on. It's also fairly tightly in there, so you don't really have to worry about getting damaged during arrival. There's also a paper wrapper to add some extra protection. I really love this level of security. Although it's a massive piece, still very protected. Under it, you can see another stylized image of her and also the serial number. Mine is the 2062nd from the 3000 overall pieces. Now it's time to get her out from her protective box. This part is always the scariest one, because my biggest fear is to damage a masterpiece like that, and because of a stupid mistake by me. I use the same technique what worked with Toothless. I very carefully lift her by her wings, because they are the most rigid body parts on her, then hold her body with my other hand and put her into a very secured place. Let's see her closer. I use my pillow, which has a How to Train Your Dragon themed lining on it, so it's perfectly suitable for this occasion. Only a plastic wrapper prevents me to finally look at all of her details, so I can start doing a review on her. Well, what can I say? Sideshow really done it this time also. Her proportions are perfect, she also has a very clean and smooth look and finish. But don't get the impression that she lacks of details, because she has, but they are subtle. She has a metal rod, where she will sit on the pedestal. The whole part is quite big, so you don't have to worry she will tip over by herself. Her overall body is very elegant and carefully crafted to the smallest details. Very alike how she looks in the 3rd movie or in the Homecoming short. On her wings, you can really see the subtle details on her skin and how accurately they're designed. Very beautiful work, Sideshow. That's what I call quality. Let's assemble her. You just have to make her simply sit on the rock, literally, but at first it can be a bit of trial and error because it's so precisely made, there's really just one way she will fit on it. A bit of wiggling did its job, and now you can really see her in all of her glory. Her face has a very cute look and freakishly realistic. I really don't know how Sideshow do this, but for me, it feels really like they are alive and see their essence through them. There are simply no words how much that means to me. You have all my respect, dear artists, you did an amazing job as always. Hats off! In this view, you can really see all the complex curvy shapes she has. If her body doesn't have prominent features like spikes or hardened scales, because of her body's base design, her overall pose and shape greatly compensate those lack of body features. The crystal-like rock base is semi-translucent and it's made from a resin waxy-like material, and also it's very hard. It has some coral-like flora as well, which also very nicely detailed and colored. The rock is much smaller than what Toothless stands on, but its quality is on par with him. Let's do a comparison to see the differences more clearly. And there are. Behold, the Night Fury and the Light Fury. As you can see, both of them are very realistic and true to their natural features and traits. Either of them is marvelously crafted and designed with great care and accuracy. In the third movie, Toothless has much smoother scales, but in close, the Light Fury has much more detail on them. Even if you can't really notice it from far, she's still got lots and lots of details on her scales. That's just amazing. Just look at it. Absolutely stunning. Her backside has got a very interesting shiny finish to add more detail and a good impression what her real skin would be really like. In some lighting conditions, you can even spot the little sparkly scales too, which is just insane. In this view, you can see how the rock base lets through some light, which also gives a lot of depth and atmosphere. As for their size, there's a difference, but not that noticeable. Toothless is 30 cm or almost 12 inches tall, while the Light Fury is only 25 cm or almost 10 inches. While she's a bit smaller compared to Toothless, the Light Fury still got a decent size. Also because of that, you can put her in much more confined spaces in the room. Every bit of detail is there and accurately. What an amazing piece of art! I couldn't find a single flaw on her, so that also tells you something. Overall, I'm very pleased with the Light Fury. She's very realistic and also on par with the level of details what Toothless has. They are both perfect and unique in their own ways. There's still one statue left from this saga to make it complete, and in the next video I will talk about that piece. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one. Bye!